Pleased to be joined by Jaguars offensive line coach Phil Rauscher on 1010XL. Phil, you're a California guy. You're here in Jacksonville. Sweatshirt and shorts, though? Has that always been your vibe?
I'm trying to not be a shape and in shape, so I got the sweatshirt on to help me lose a couple extra pounds while here in training camp.
I don't know how you were wearing a sweatshirt. It is 93 degrees outside, but welcome to Jacksonville.
That's awesome.
Are you enjoying life in Florida so far?
Love it. Absolutely love it. It's everything I would have hoped it could be, especially coming from Minnesota where it was minus 20, move day. So this is a big deal for me.
Why did you want to join Doug Peterson's Jaguars?
When I was at Washington with the Commanders, I always had great respect for Doug. I thought he did an unbelievable job with that football team. You get to hear, who was coming together on this staff, and I thought we could put together something special down here. And an opportunity to come be part of something new with the quarterback that they have here. And Travis and what I knew we could put together is an opportunity you couldn't pass up.
I asked him yesterday, but for you and Brandon Staley to reunite, how important was that to you in your time here in Jacksonville?
I thought it was something that had to happen. I thought it was something that when you try to put in a new system, you bring in a guy like Brandon who can do the little things the right way like a pro and teach everybody else. Guys are only going to listen to a coach so much, They need to see a guy doing it every day with them and try to emulate them. I could talk, I could meet, I could show them, I could be energized, but when they see a guy doing it at a high level, that's critical. And that's why having Brandon here was so important to me and the organization, frankly.
Let's get a little bit inside baseball because I know there's a lot of folks that love the scheme that you just alluded to that you're bringing to Jacksonville. What is that sort of scheme that you have been trained in and you now will see this Jaguars offensive line running?
When I first got to the NFL, I was very, very lucky to be with Gary Kubiak, and we ran a wide zone system. And then, so I love the wide zone. I love guys coming off the ball, showing their athletic ability. I love the idea that we can run and cut and be physical. And then I was very lucky to go train for a guy who's like my father and Bill Callahan. And we took that system to another level, and that's what we're trying to bring here is a system that is difficult for the defense but very simple for the offense because we could play fast.
A couple of those guys on that offensive line were already here. How have you seen from day one in the building when you first met him, I'm presuming it's when you first met him, to today, Cam Robinson? How have you seen not just his play on the field, but how has he as a person maybe changed?
Cam is learning how to be a veteran leader. And that's fun to watch. When you see a guy start stepping out of his shell a little bit and really taking ownership in the room, telling guys, hey, I would do it this way, I'd do it that way. And he's unique in how he does it because sometimes you'd look over and he's got his arm around a guy and he's just kind of giving him like, hey, and that's big because they all got to play together. There's 5 guys there who have to play together. So the more leaders we can have in that group, the better. And Cam's a great football player. Cam will continue to be a great football player. It's the next step for Cam that's going to make him, a cornerstone of this foundation organization for a while. So that's what we're excited about.
Absolutely. And one of those young guys I know that he's kind of taken under his wing is Luke Fortner. I know a lot of folks, there's a lot has been made of the fact that you have a rookie getting every snap, it seems, under center. Mm-hmm. Tyler Shatley, I haven't seen him take a lot of warm-up reps even at center now. Is that pretty much what we're rolling with at this point in time, that Tyler's at left and we're getting the rookie as many reps as possible at center?
Tyler Shatley has played an enormous amount of football, and there's always competition, and there's things, let's be honest, there's things that we do that you guys don't see, and there's things that are going on. But when you get out here on the field, if I have the chance to train Luke Fortner next to Brandon and Shatley at the same time, that's a lot of football combined. So it's critical to get those reps with them. And then there's also things in this system that are different than what he saw in college. So exposing him to as many reps as possible against the best competition as possible is how you get a fair evaluation of who the center is. And he also has to learn how to drop his a little bit and take control of a group, because that's what we ask the center to do. And what better way to do that than stick him next to an all-pro and a 9-year vet and say, okay, you're in charge. And he's done it. And he's done a really good job. And the guys respect him for it. And, I mean, hell, he's really smart. I mean, he's really, really – I mean, he may have like 9 degrees or something. But
Aeronautical engineering,
Yeah,
mechanical engineering.
It's impressive. I mean, yeah. Basic math I struggle with. He's over there no, he's done a great job with the system, with the group, and with the guys, and they respect him for it.
Let's quick finish off that offensive line. We got to give the right tackle position some love. Jawan obviously has been sidelined a little bit. What have you seen from Walker with this opportunity in front of him, getting all the reps?
I've seen Walker, take it. He's taken control. He's done a really good job working with Brandon, and I've seen him, get better every day. And Jawan's getting better every day in a different way mentally, and I'm excited for Jawan to come back and show us what he has. Injuries happen in football, and there's setbacks that happen, and what I always think is, like, we could name a starting five, and we could do it today, and tomorrow, because of the nature of football, it could be completely different. So they all have to be ready to play at a high level. If you have a roster or spot, or you have a jersey that says Jacksonville Jaguars on it, and you play offensive line, you're going to play at some point for us. You're going to play somewhere. So the more reps these guys can get working together, the better.
Let's talk a little bit about you, since I don't want to keep you standing out in the sun too long, but you're the loudest guy on the field. Has that always been the case, or is that kind of what your role here at the Jaguars has presented?
No, that has been me. And I think you have to coach relentlessly positive. I think you have to have high energy. I think the guys feed on it. I don't know how hot it is today, but it is hot. And if they could see myself running around and cheering them on and doing good things, if it gives one guy a little more energy, that makes me a better coach and him a better player. So, and I'm in the NFL. Like, this is a dream. I mean, like, so if they're going to let me do it, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. So, I mean, how can you argue with that? I'm going to go coach my ass off until they tell me I can.
Ready to run through a brick wall.
Yeah.
Real quick, we've heard you say the see you later, good rep, Ben Barch. What's your go-to when you're like, are you a yes sir type of guy like Sam Pittman? What's your go-to scream, or it's all organic?
I don't know. It kind of just comes out. I mean, there's sometimes I do say stuff, I'm like, man, that was stupid. But I mean, like, it's just kind of what happens. Like, I just naturally see what happens, and something comes out, and I'm like, all right, that worked. Or sometimes, I mean, we got Touchdown City working in the meeting room. That's been going pretty good. It's kind of corny, but the guys dig it. There's a few.
That's what you say? You yell Touchdown City?
Oh, yeah, in the meeting room when we're installing plays, there's Touchdown City. We're making sweatshirts. It's going to be awesome.
Grab me a medium of that. Would love that.
It's cut sleeves. It's teal.
Excellent. I love that. Before we let you go, Phil, I just need you to yell "wake up" because I need that to be my morning alarm when I wake up in the morning.
I can do it. Wake up!
Phil Rauscher, offensive line coach for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Thanks for stopping by.